Hi everyone, joined by Eleanor from our Strategist team today, and we're just going to talk about what a good marketing strategy actually looks like. So, Eleanor, what would you say a good marketing strategy looks like?
Yeah, sure. I think, obviously it applies to different businesses, but we want to cut through the noise. That's really the most important thing and look at what is driving the most impact.
Have you noticed a shift recently in what a good marketing strategy looks like, or are the foundations still the same?
No, we're definitely experiencing a shift in strategy. I think with the rise of things like AI, everybody's looking to stand out and everybody can sit and create content in seconds. People, consumers are looking for that differentiation, and brands and companies have to overcome that.
So, obviously, that's meaning that people are having to sort of build with their customers as opposed to around them. So, what would you say about that, and what tips have you got for that?
Sure, I think the best place to start is if you onboard as a client with Avidly, the first strategic thing we do is actually do your buyer personas. A lot of companies have them, but we shape them to what we need to look at internally and also so we're aligned with you and your company. But it really needs to start with the buyer. We're not building a strategy in isolation. It comes from that real conversation, sales feedback, customer data, a lot of gut instinct, a lot of secondary research as well. But the best and most valuable thing we do is current customer interviews and take learnings from what has worked and maybe not what hasn't worked and build that into your first campaign.
Amazing. And I guess then one of the key things is accepting that you need to be really flexible.
Yeah, I would
What would
say
you
that's
say about
probably
that?
been the biggest shift in terms of being a strategist has been that while we traditionally worked in sort of 3-month campaign styles, things are moving much quicker than that in terms of businesses. So, what worked last quarter might flop at this one. So we're trying to remain more flexible, and shift with what's working.
So I guess then, listening to what you've just said, for someone who is approaching their marketing strategy, again, make sure the foundations of the buyer personas and things like that are in place,
Yeah.
making sure that you're flexible and adaptable to what is going on around you, and not forgetting that human element of stuff.
Absolutely. And don't overcomplicate it. Make sure you just keep focused and consistent on it and give that buyer a reason to care about your brand.
And make sure that you stand out in the
Make sure that
noise.
you stand out. That's what we're all trying to do.
Amazing. Thank you very much, Eleanor.
No worries at all.
Follow us on LinkedIn for more expert insights every week.